What's up, everybody? My name is Devo Spice. Thank you for coming out. Devo Spice. Yeah, say right here. Devo Spice. Okay. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I love technology when it works. When it doesn't work, I like to throw my fist to the sky and curse the name of Bill Gates, because it's usually his fault. Even when I'm having problems with my Macintosh, I know somehow deep down it's Bill Gates' fault. What I don't understand is why technology as an industry is bent on reducing and combining everything they've ever made into one stupid little bastardization of a device that does everything. Everything has to do everything else. No other industry works like this. You're never going to see a refrigerator that's also a dishwasher, that's also a microwave, that's also a car wash. But technology wants to do that, and here's a little song about that. I decided it was time for me to find a new phone. Correction, my 2-year-old decided on her own to see how many things could fit into the toilet one day. I lost my phone, keys, and glasses in the swirliest way. I looked for a deal that would appeal to me. I looked around and finally found to buy 1, get 7 free, with free interplanetary calling daily after lunch and more free minutes than there are in a month. The little camera takes pictures that it sends to all my friends. 35 megapixels and a telephoto lens. 3D and night vision are all standard, I suppose, but I paid extra for the lens. It lets me see through your clothes. I can use it as a remote to control my TV and even download all my favorite songs as MP3. And the quality astounds. It's in full surround sound, but I don't know how to change the Hello Kitty background. GPS, email, all that stuff ain't enough. This phone deflects bullets for when calling gets tough. It does just about anything at all. But I can't make a damn phone call. Can you hear me now? 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 Ow. It's amazingly small and has all the latest tech. It attaches to my chest like they do on Star Trek. And you gotta check out the holographic display. It's telepathic, pornographic, and will make you obey. Text messaging used to be a pain, but now it's easy because the words are pulled directly from my brain and translated into any language 37 ways. Did I mention the protection against UV rays? It keeps me online anywhere that I am, so I can download porn from in a traffic jam and have the coolest chat where I pretend to be an elf with an FBI agent who pretends he's 12. My ringtone catches most folks by surprise. Out of nowhere you hear, and I can make a sound that repels bugs, and if I turn it up, I can drive my relatives nuts. I can call through time, I can talk to the dead, I can pretend that I'm a Borg and attach it to my head. I can play back every phone call I ever heard.
Can you try again later? Goodbye.
But I can't understand a damn word. Can you hear me now? 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 Ow!
Thank you for calling Phototron Global Wireless, a leader in cellular technology. How may I assist you today?
Well, you can start with this piece of phone you sold me, and up here, along with everything you told me. You stupid, just think you're all so slick. Well, you nerds can all just suck. Then a 10-year contract, what the is that? It's bull. You can just, I left, go yourself, the horse you boysenberry pie. Arr.
I'm sorry, sir, you're breaking up. Please call back at a later time or try calling us back from a landline.
Ah! Thank you.
This next one is based on a true story. I will say that the bitchiness of my wife has been significantly augmented for comedy purposes, and I thank her greatly for allowing me to perform this without kicking me in the area that is referred to in the song. This song describes why my son is and shall remain an only child.
My wife and I were cuddling as we watched something befuddling. It was Extreme Knitting on ESPN. When we started some caressing and segued into molesting, I suggested we should go upstairs right then. But she said there's just one hurdle, you're a fire bit too damn fertile. Do you remember when our son was born? I was Papa Milo over you were wearing 8-ply Trojans, but I still wound up a-hurling in the morn. I groveled and I pleaded for 'twas loving that I needed, and no self-induced to relieve it would suffice. But she wouldn't give me one kiss, said my oven must stay buttonless and a tearless on an angel, let's play nice. I said that's all well and neato, but tell that to my libido, it's still indicating true magnetic north. She said better put some ice on, I won't look at that thing twice until you set upon the plan that I'll lay forth. And she told me about a doctor in Rochester, an old surgeon by the name of Dr. Stop. And if I went to him the next day with my $50 copay, he could curtail our family lineage with a chop. And I said, I swear to you, my lover, that my heart longs for no other, and that from your side I got no cause to roam. And if the ring upon my finger doesn't prove you my love, then the scar upon my nut should drive it home. Drive it home, all the scar upon my nut should drive it home. Well, with that my fate was written. I was in his office sitting with some nervous men with legs crossed over their parts. The whole room was decorated with a look that could be dated to an ABBA was still burning up the charts. The patient before me came a lumbering out quite sorely from the room where I assumed the deed was done. And although I'd been informed that quick recovery was an arm, I still took note he wasn't doing cartwheel one. Sing along, damn it. The doctor came in swiftly and he asked me for my history as he prodded at the junk beneath my jeans. He said, have you any questions? I said, nay, sir, I am all set as long as there's good drugs and big high-tech machines. He said, take no nuclear fission, just a cartridge incident and a slice from out the tubes beneath your meat. Then I'll stitch her up and mend her for a week. You'll be quite tender and then no more shall your sack be pecking heat. He pronounced me a fit candidate for surgery, and he scheduled me for selection 1 week hence. And at home my wife was waiting for to be brought up to date on all the progress of the plundering in my pants. And I said, I swear to you, my lover, that my heart longs for no other, and that from your side I have no cause to roam. And if the ring upon my finger doesn't prove you my love, then the scar upon my nut should drive it home. Drive it home, all the scar upon my nut should drive it home. On the morning of the procedure, I've been told to shave my features in a place for which no razor is contoured. And my wife suggested, after she choked back most of her laughter, that I probably should have practiced on a gourd. As the slicing hour drew near, I began to shake with fear, but my wife said, darling, there's no need to whine. You'll recall for what it's worth, I didn't cry when I gave birth, and I said, that's because they numbed your fucking spine. They marched me to the room where I stripped down to face the doom of my infinite potential gals and gents. I said, will I still feel good when I make a lover wax my wood? And he said, you won't notice a vast difference. On the table I was laid and my legs were splayed while the doctor scrubbed my bits for the attack. And I'll tell you lads and ladies, they can numb you half to Hades. You still know when there's a knife stuck in your sack. My wife drove me home at 13 miles an hour as I sat there with my teeth deep in my lip. And although it's been years past, I could still draw you with ask a map of every bleeding bump along the trip. And I said, I swear to you, my lover, my heart longs for no other, and that from your side I've got no cause to roam. But if the ring upon my finger doesn't prove you my love, then the scar upon my nuts should drive it home. Drive it home, oh, the scar upon my nuts should drive it home. I asked about the peas. Well, 3 years have come and gone now since that morning when the doctor did to me the thing he did. And just yesterday my bride looked at me all twinkly-eyed and said, darling, maybe we should have another kid. They have procedures to that now, you know. And I said, I swear to you, my lover, that my heart longs for no other, and that from your side I've had no cause to roam. But if one scar on my nuts doesn't prove you my love, you can get your fickle ass from out my home. Out my home, you can get your fickle ass from out my home. Ow.
Thank you.
And I have a little advice for you all. Every one of us has a little voice in our head that gives us guidance, tells us what to do. Call it intuition, call it ESP, call it Bob, whatever the hell you want to call it. My advice to you is to listen to that voice. It will not steer you wrong. Here's a little song about my inner voice. Creepy, isn't it? Dear God, you've deflated. I'm happily married in a house with 3 mistresses. Even with the beard, I'm not as hairy as my sister is. Got a huge Hummer, 2 Ferraris, and some Lexuses. And all the girls I know got the big, big breasts. I got a 10-story mansion on the beach with a swimming pool filled up with the drool of Robin Leach. Richer than a Twinkie. I got so much cash that to me, Paris Hilton is poor white trash. Take 47 weeks of vacation a year. If people piss me off, I can make them disappear. Every time I sneeze, I get a feature on the news. The reporter says gesundheit and hilarity ensues. And how did I get to be the man that I am? I got among men, only without the tan. It's simple. Every time I have to make a choice, I just listen to my little inner voice. And he says,
shave all the hair off your butt and glue it to your nostrils.
Okay.
Steal all the milk from all the supermarkets and put it back in the cows.
All right.
Find out which species of rodent is the most flammable.
Okay.
Let's see what fun crafts we can make using only a chainsaw and Regis Philbin.
Yeah. So how do I explain my little cranial expressions? Intuition, premonition, or demonic possession? It could be God, an angel, or my dead Uncle Paul, or the nasty purple fuzzy thing that lives in my wall. Doesn't matter, and to be honest, I don't want to know. And thanks to him, I've never had to deal with an HMO. And I can go show off my rocket power with solid gold bends. Tell you life is so much nicer with invisible friends.
Record an all-banjo Falco tribute album.
Done and done.
Put on a tutu, glue 2 live wiener dogs to your face, and prance around the subway terminal screaming, "Stop looking at me!"
Okay.
There's no reason not to have sex with a cheese grater.
Huh. Suppose not.
Set up a stand outside of Kmart with a plate full of frozen peas and a sign reading "Take one." If anyone asks you what the hell you're doing, give them a button that says "I asked about the peas."
He's become my best friend, sticks with me to the end. Thanks to him, I'll never live in ramen noodles again. And he's always by my side, every minute, every hour. Though it does get kind of creepy when I'm trying to take a shower. Still, I can't complain cause he made me rich and figured out it was the possum milk that made me itch. If it seems weird, remember, the voice made me do it. I don't question what he says, I just get up and get to it.
Itemize everything in your cat's litter box for the next 7 years and mail a report to the president with a note saying, "Here!"
Good idea.
It's time to find out what urinal cakes taste like.
If you say so.
Get a black and white horizontally striped suit, a mask, and a bowling ball with a small length of rope hanging from it and tiptoe around the airport.
Sounds like fun.
How old does a baby need to be before it's too big to fit down the toilet?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Keep swallowing magnets until your farts can erase videotapes.
So to that guy in my head, I just want to say thanks for removing my angst. So I'm no longer shooting blanks, now I own several banks, plus an inflatable watch. Paid Justin Timberlake to let me kick him in the crotch. I followed his advice and now I'm making major ducats. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be processing McNuggets. So when life makes you feel like you should have stayed in bed, just listen to the voice in your head, and he'll say,
"Fat people are full of toys, go get some."
Yeah!
Build a 20-foot-tall nude statue of Tony Goldmark licking warm margarine off a malnourished dolphin out of onions, pears, and lint.
With pleasure.
If Yanni didn't want to be set on fire and jump down a flight of stairs, surely he would have said so explicitly by now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Go to a McDonald's playland, tie that big Officer Big Mac thing to the back of your car and drive away at 90 miles an hour. When a cop pulls you over, roll down the window and indignantly ask, "What?"
You got it.
Move to New Jersey and become a comedy rap artist.
Oh, do I have to? But there will always be a soft spot in my heart for the video game system I grew up playing. And here's a song about that one. My Atari! Turn off all the lights and bask in the glory of a 2-bit sprite. I stood in line when I was 9, bought Burger Time and left the world behind. And out my speakers, Q-Bert's beat won't offend my peepers cause his words are bleak. My Atari's on a stand with an uneven height, so I use my Xbox just to prop it up right. My Atari still works after all these years, from when it first appeared on sale at Sears. We'll be together forever. I named it Heather and I'll never get sick of pushing the reset lever. My Atari. My Atari.
My Atari, driving down the street at night. Now I'm bumping and jumping to a staggering height. It always brightens up my day. And just last Friday, found myself trying to kill a frog on a highway. You can't go wrong with games like Pong. And I'm pitfall, the snake bit me in the schlong. I'm sliding left and right, I'm putting up a fight with shields dwindling as Space Invaders in my sight. And now I'm just sitting here catching some bombs. I can play while on the toilet cause my phone is the ROM. My Atari.
My Atari. Now, me and my Atari play the illest games. I like to duck and jump over dragon flames. We slay all dragons, red, yellow, and green. And the bat carries corpses from screen to screen. Out of space and underground when I play my game. I shoot everything, it all looks the same. I'm set on expert every game I play. Even Strawberry Shortcake has me playing all day. My Atari. Someday I will learn this dance.
Now the games that I possess have quite a range. Myself, I've got 400 games. I play Faz a lot till I get my feel. And then Kool-Aid Man when it's time to get ill. Donkey Kong, and I got the high score till Mario dumped Pauline for that on my Atari.
Didn't always bring good games. Pac-Man was lame, Custer's Revenge was insane. And I hope the Reese's cause an allergy for E.T. cause that's the game that brought down a whole industry. At a party that I threw for all the boys, we played asteroids till we got hemorrhoids. My Atari lets me play with the stick in my lap, with a couple teeth marks cause I needed a snack. Whether in a space battle or rustling cattle, you won't see me without a joystick or a paddle. My Atari. Thank you.